What's up everyone? Welcome to Smokestack Joe's. I'm Joe, and today I'm going to show you how to make some delicious homemade bacon. The way we're going to do that is with a nice piece of pork belly. We're going to have to make a brine for this pork belly, and it's going to sit in your fridge for about 7 days in a vacuum sealed bag. If you don't have a vacuum sealer, sure you can get away with putting this in a container, but you're going to need a lot more brining solution, and that's why I like the vacuum seal bag, because you don't need as much of that brine. Let's get this pork belly all trimmed up nice, and then we'll make that brine. Let's do it. All right, brine. Gonna go with some salt. Then about 50-50 salt and brown sugar, but I want to go a little heavier on the brown sugar. To that, I want some maple syrup. I got this nice pure Vermont maple syrup. You're gonna want this curing salt. If you're gonna make bacon and just eat it immediately, this isn't a big deal to use. It also adds a little bit of that curing flavor that you get with bacon. Just need a little bit, and about a teaspoon. Then I like to add a little bit of water. Thin it out a little bit, and you're gonna mix this up. And there's your brine, all ready to go. And because like I said, we're vacuum sealing this, we're not going to need that much. This should be plenty for what we need. Let's move on to that belly. Pork belly. All right, here I got a nice skinless pork belly. Try and get one that's got a lot of meat. This one looks pretty good. As you can see, this one's skinless. If you got one that's skin on, just cut that skin off. Don't throw it away. Be sure to save the skin. Make some delicious chicharrones from that. This one I got skinless, so we're ready to rock. All right, here's my freezer bag. So this looks pretty good. You're gonna need to trim a little bit off. I'm probably gonna cut it right here. And this is gonna make some great sausage or mixing it with some ground beef. All right, so now I'm also gonna square this up on the ends, just so my final product is gonna be a little bit easier to cut. Just do a little bit of a trim here. So we're looking pretty good here. I'm gonna throw this in the brine. Let's get this in the vacuum bag, get our brine in there. We'll be ready to rock. All right, so we got our freezer bag. Hopefully it'll fit. Let's get this thing in. Perfect. All right, now let's get our brine and go ahead and pour it in here. Now once you got the brine in, try and work it around, coat the whole thing. Then it's ready to be vacuum sealed. What you're gonna wanna do is make sure that this sealing area is dry as best as possible. You don't want any moisture in here. So you get your vacuum sealer, nothing special. Got this one on Amazon for super cheap. And we seal. All right, so I like to usually do a double seal. Now, this is ready for your fridge. Just throw this in your fridge, 5 to 7 days. I would suggest every day or two, flip it over, let that marinade work its way in this whole thing. Once it's done marinating, we'll pull it out of here, and then we're gonna throw it on the pellet smoker, because we can get that thing down to about 180 degrees. You want a super low temperature smoke, but I'll see you when this is done brining. All right, so it's been 7 days since this pork belly was put in the fridge to be brined. You can see the difference in color that it's taking on already. Let's get this opened up. So I'm just gonna cut the edge, drain out the fluid. What you're gonna wanna do is rinse this nice, because it's going to be super salty. You're going to want to rinse all this off. Take it to the sink and rinse this off. You're going to want to rinse this very well. Get all that salt off. It's already penetrated the meat, so you're not going to want it on the outside. All right, that should be good. You get some paper towels to lay it down on. You want to dry it off, and then just pat it dry. All right, this is ready for the smoker just as it is. This is how you want to put it on. Go ahead and throw it on the smoker. Today I'm going to use my pellet smoker. The reason I want to use my pellet smoker for this is because I can get it down to 180 degrees. You want to do a real low smoke for this. Then we're going to stick a thermometer in it and wait till it gets to about 150, 155, and then it's ready to pull. chill and slice. But today, I'm gonna add a little extra seasoning to this because I wanna do a black pepper crusted bacon. I'm gonna load this thing up with black pepper before I throw it on the smoker. Let's do this. I'm gonna use a generous amount of black pepper for this. I want a real nice crust, and this bacon's gonna be cut up thin, so you don't have to worry about going too heavy on the seasoning, but this should be good. Then you wanna get the sides. All right, there you have it. Beautiful black pepper crusted pork belly that we're gonna make into some delicious bacon. Let's throw this on the smoker. All right, we're going fat side up, get a temperature probe, let this thing go. All right, so we got the pork belly on the pellet smoker. That thing's going at about 180 degrees. I'm gonna let that go for 2-3 hours, I'm thinking, till we get up to 150, 155. Then, once it's finished, I'm gonna pull it off, rest it till it's nice and cool, so it's nice and firm, so we can get nice slices out of it. So, I'll see you once it's done. All right, so the bacon was on for about 3-4 hours till it got up to about 155. I pulled it off, stuck it in my fridge for a few hours to let it chill so we can slice it. The first thing I want to do is kind of square this thing up so it'll be good for the slicer. So let's do that. And here is the beautiful pork belly. Oh yeah, this thing came out great. This crust is fantastic. I'm excited about this. All right, so what I want to do is just square these edges up. So when we run it through the slicer, we'll get just beautiful slices. We're gonna vary. We're gonna get some thin slices and we're gonna get some thick slices. So let's do this. All right, so I'm just gonna trim off the edge here so we can get some nice square slices. If you don't have a deli slicer, you can easily do this with a nice slicing blade. Look at that. That's some beautiful bacon. This is gonna be some good stuff. Look at this, amazing. All right, slice off this other end. Now, this will not go to waste. I'm gonna chop this up and we're gonna make some bacon bits out of it. All right, so I want some thicker slices, so I'm gonna set this thing up pretty thick at first. I may make some thinner slices later, but for now I just wanna go full on with these thick bacon slices. We're looking for something like that. And we might even go a little thicker, I think. All right, I want to thin these slices out a little bit, something like traditional bacon. Boom, here we go. We got this beautiful bacon, huge pile. Look at this, oh my, this is fantastic. So we got all this nice thick cut bacon, then we got all this nice traditional thin style. This is perfect for bacon wrapped jalapenos. This is what you want to use, this nice thin cut bacon. We have so much bacon. Throw this in the vacuum sealer, save it, give it to your friends, give it to your family. They will love you for this. I think we're gonna have to fry some of this up and give it a shot. Stay tuned. All right, I got my pan heated up. We're gonna throw some of this bacon on and give it a try. We got this thin slice, then we got the thick slice, which is my preferred method of cutting bacon up. Since this is thicker, we're gonna throw this on first. Let that go just a little bit before we throw that thin slice on. All right, let's go ahead and throw this thin slice on. This one's looking pretty good. We're gonna pull that off. Thicker one's gonna take a little bit longer on this one, a little more color here. All right, this one's looking good. Beautiful. I'm excited. Tell you what, bacon. Oh, can't beat bacon. All right, so we got our bacon cooked. I'm excited to try it. We got the thin cut, nice and crispy, and then we got the thick cut, still crispy, but it's got a little bit more meat on it. You'll always need to have some thin bacon for things like bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. Anything you really wrap with bacon, you're gonna want a thinner piece. Cut some thin, cut some thick. We're gonna try them both. Let's go with this thin piece first. Oh, and it's just fall apart, it's super crispy, so. That's good. So you got all that sweetness from that brown sugar and maple syrup that we added in that brine, but that black pepper just evens all that out so nicely. And since we smoked this black pepper for such a long time, it doesn't have that regular black pepper flavor. It's like a smoked black pepper, very mild. I'm telling you, once you make bacon at home, You will never buy it at the store ever again. Let's do this thick piece, my favorite. Nice and crispy, but still has some meat on it. Yep, still like the thick bacon. It's got such a good sweetness to it from that brine, but that black pepper is amazing. Perfect combination. I highly suggest doing the black pepper. This bacon would be fantastic on a burger, on a bacon, egg, and cheese. Give this a shot, guys. It's easy. Super simple brine, just black pepper, smoke it on your smoker. You will not be disappointed, and you will not buy store-bought bacon ever again. I'm telling you, this stuff is that good. So, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe, like the video, follow me on Instagram, always posting good stuff on there. Till next time, Smokestack Joe's, I'll catch you later.